You wanted the best. You've got the best podcast. The hottest podcast in the world. The Chris Voss Show, the preeminent podcast with guests so smart you may experience serious brain bleed. The CEOs, authors, thought leaders, visionaries, and motivators. Get ready. Strap yourself in. Keep your hands, arms, and legs inside the vehicle at all times, because you're about to go on a monster education roller coaster with your brain. Now, here's your host, Chris Voss.
Hello, Chris Voss here from the ChrisVossShow.com. Ladies, someone there, lady sings that makes it official. Why does he always have to yell the intro? Yeah. Anyway, guys, thanks for joining us on the show. As always, for 16 years, 2,500 episodes, we bring you the Chris Voss Show because we live in a van down by the river. That's all we had to do every day. So that's what we do, is we bring you amazing authors, brilliant minds, and all those things. And I'm just the idiot with the mic who does it. Go to goodreads.com where it says Chris Voss, LinkedIn.com where it says Chris Voss, Chris Voss one, the TikTokity, and YouTube.com where it says Chris Voss. There's a lot of Chris Vosses in there. What the hell is that about? Plus, they've been breeding, I hear. They're out. There's a bunch of them in the marketplace. Anyway, guys, we have an amazing young lady on the show today. We're going to be talking about her newest book, and she's written many a book and has quite the fan base. It is called The Gallery Assistant, a novel out October 14th, 2025. Now, the out October 2025 is the title, people. That's just when it was released. We do that every time on the show, right? Kate Belli joins us in the show. We're going to get into it with her book and find out more about her, what she's up to there writing them darn books and learning and stuff. And we're going to find out more. She writes historical mystery and contemporary thrillers. Fascinated by history from an early age, she earned a PhD in American art and has variously worked as an antiques appraiser, a museum curator, and a college professor. She's lived all over, from Florence, Italy, to Brooklyn, New York, to the Deep South, to a cottage next to Manet's Gardens in northern France. Today, she lives and works in central Pennsylvania with her husband and son. She's been all over the place, folks. Welcome to the show, Kate. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you so much for having me.
Well, thanks for coming. Give us a .coms. Where can people find you on the interwebs?
They can find me at katebelli.com or at katebelliauthor at Instagram and TikTok.
So give us a 30,000 overview. What's inside your new book?
The new book, The Gallery Assistant, is about a young woman. Here's the cover. Here it is. The titular gallery assistant named Chloe Harlow, who is suffering from some post-9/11 PTSD and memory loss. So the book takes place in the immediate months following 9/11 in New York City. And one night she goes to a pretty wild party at the newest painter to be represented by the gallery at that woman's loft. And the next morning comes to work to find out that that woman has been murdered. Chloe was the last person to leave the party, and she has no memory of how she got home. And from there, things just spiral even more out of control in her world. Wow.
That's the spiraling. That'll do it. That's what I found anytime I got a bottle of vodka in front of me.
Yeah, don't be the last person to leave the party, right?
Yeah. At least not face down.
Yeah.
I think that worked. So now, how many books have you written here?
This is my 5th published novel.
There you go. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's quite most people can't even get one book out, let alone 5. Now, is this part of a series at all, this new book, or are any of your other books part of a series, or are they standalone?
My first 4 books are part of a series. They're called the Gilded Gotham Historical Mystery Series. They take place in Gilded Age, New York City. There are 4 books in that series, and they follow a society girl turned journalist, investigative journalist, very loosely inspired by Nellie Bly, a real investigative journalist in the era, and who teams up with a reclusive millionaire, and they, solve many murders most foul all around Gilded Age, New York. So if you like the show The Gilded Age, or you like Scarlet and the Duke on PBS, those kinds of shows, that series would probably be up your alley.
People love these stories. That's what I found. That's why they write books and TV and movies, and we tell stories and yada, yada, yada. So now is this kind of a departure from the program you've been operating? Because you put 4 books out in the series, if I show on Amazon here correctly. And then now this is kind of a standalone. Is there a reason you decided to go down that route?
It is really a left turn for me, or it was a left turn. I decided I wanted to write thriller. I just became interested in that while writing the mysteries. I wrote one. I wound up going in a drawer. Maybe I'll come back to it, but that gave me sort of the courage to play with this book and this story. This is something that had been banging around in my head a long time. And and this one worked out. So, yeah.
There you go. And do you anticipate this might be a series? I probably have to ask that because maybe your audience is like, is she going to make this a 4-book series?
I don't think so. If you read the book, or when you hopefully read the book, you'll find that poor Chloe really goes through the ringer. And I feel like she has had enough adventures. I don't want to give too much away, but I feel like it ends in sort of a nice place that I want to leave it at that. But, never say never. If somebody, really wanted a series, if the press or, if that really was in demand, I'll give the people what they want. I could make that work.
Yeah, I've had a few authors that have done that. They're like, yeah, I just spun it off as a one-off and people fell in love with the characters and like more. And they showed up at the house with pitchforks and flame, and they were like, "Yeah, give us more or else." And so I had to write another book.
Yeah, who am I to say no to that?
Then they had a check from the publisher.
Right. Yes. If it all went that way, 100%, I'd find more adventures for them.
That would be a funny movie. I think they've done movies where it breaks the fourth wall or something, where an author writes about a character and somehow the character comes to life into their real life. And then there's whatever struggle, goes on for the narrative. But maybe that would be a good sort of movie where like the character comes to life and goes, "Hey man, I've had enough.
I'm done
with the gal. I'm done. I'm not doing any more of this with you. You put me through hell in this book, and I've had enough." And
yeah, well, you think about some of those long-running mystery series like Murder, She Wrote, and you think, how many murders can happen in this tiny town? More and more things. This poor town.
Yeah. All of Stephen King's characters would come to life and be like, "Who hurt you, man?"
Right. I love that.
So, did you find it? You're kind of writing, and let's see, you're writing. This is a thriller or a mystery. You're writing mysteries before, and now you've switched to a thriller genre. Was it hard to broach that? Is it easy to broach that? Because you're kind of in that same darkish vein, maybe? I don't know.
It's in the same darkish vein, but I think a thriller has different beats. It has a different energy, right? The characters are in a little bit more danger. Excuse me. And then a mystery where there's sort of some, always this thing to solve. Especially the historical mystery. Now, my historicals, I don't think are what they call cozy mystery. They're not bloodless. There's blood, but there will be blood, but they're not. Neither are they.
Yeah.
As quite as danger fraught, perhaps, as what happens in the thriller. So it was a bit of a transition. I think maybe that drawered book helped find my footing with the thriller genre as opposed to mystery. And especially after 4 books with the mystery series, I felt like I knew those characters really well. Speaking of knowing your characters, right? Like, I kind of knew how they were going to act and what they were going to do. But if this is standalone, it was a whole new set of characters I had to get to know and figure out what their motivations were and what they were going to do in any given situation.
Yeah. And, that's when you find out you get in those situations of crisis and thrillers and danger and lions and tigers and bears. Oh, my. Exactly. Do anything in the future maybe you're working on that you want to tease out? Any future books or anything?
I'm working on a dark academia. I'm an academic. That's my other job. And I love dark academia novels that take place.
It's a dark academia novel.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
It's a total thing. Yeah.
Like, I just imagine it's just a really negative thesaurus. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, everyone knows. How many words for,
I didn't go to college, so that's the only book I can reference. It's probably in a college itinerary.
Oh, I'm sure that's not. Hey, they're teaching Stephen King at many college campuses.
Yeah, that's academia then.
Yeah.
We all have to learn to bury bodies sometimes. That's the one thing I found the older I get. Because, the enemies tend to pile up. And you got to have a place to put them. And the fridge can only hold so much.
And you have to know who to call to help you with that, right? You got to have your person. You can.
By the way, that's a quote from Jeffrey Dahmer. Anyway, Too soon? Anyway, guys. So anything else you're up to? Any book tours, any signings, maybe anything you want to promote, events you might be at here in the future?
I'll be in Leesburg, Virginia at Birch Tree Books. It's in Northern Virginia, not very far outside Washington, D.C. on Saturday, November 1st from 6:30 to 8. So if you are in the D.C., North Virginia area, please come say hi. I would love to hang out and talk all things gallery assistant or mystery, thriller, whatever other book you're reading. I love talking books. So that's coming up. A lot of things just happened last week because that was the launch week. The book has been out 1 week today. So that's been kind of fun and exciting.
Yeah.
But that's my only scheduled event so far, but I think more are going to pop up on the horizon. I know I've already got a few planned for 2026 so keep an eye on the website.
Well, we'll look forward to more works from you, and please come back. We'd love to have you back in the future.
I would love that. Thank you so much.
There you go. We have all these authors that come back, and some of them are pretty prolific, like those one guys, the Jack Ryan folks from I forget the names of the books. We have all them on, and then all their books, and it's like you guys are pretty wild with your output and stuff. I think we have people on the show every 3 to 6 months, and you're like, you write a lot.
Yeah. Folks they're super prolific like that. Yeah, I'm more of a one book a year kind of gal, but I would be more than happy to come back and talk about the dark academia when that's out. It's like a college reunion gone wrong.
That sounds like my days of attending college parties. I didn't go to college, but I went to college parties. See how that works?
Yeah.
Yeah. I just went straight
experience
I just went straight for the learning.
Yeah.
And the drinking and the partying. So, well, this will be fun. Thank you very much, Kate, for coming on the show. We really appreciate it.
My pleasure. Thank you so much.
And any .coms you want to plug as we go out?
Again, just katebelli.com. That's one word. Or again, at Kate Belli, author on Instagram and TikTok. That's where I'm most active.
Well, thank you very much for coming on the show. Thanks to us for tuning in. Order up her book wherever fine books are sold, or else, damn it, don't make me pull the car over and come back there. Her book is entitled The Gallery Assistant, the novel, out October 14th, 2025. Thanks for tuning in. Go to goodreads.com/Chris Voss, LinkedIn.com/Chris Voss, Chris Voss One, the TikTok kitty, Facebook.com/Chris Voss, and YouTube.com/Chris Voss. Or else, damn it, be good to each other. Stay safe. We'll see you guys next time. It's good to threaten the audience.